Yeah, welcome to my TRS-80 Model 1. It doesn't look like one anymore. It's actually now mounted in a Model 4 case. When I originally had it, you had the base unit, keyboard with an expansion box. I didn't buy the Tandy one. I bought a aftermarket one made by LNW Research. I think it's called an LNW-80. Anyway, I had a little bit of connection problems between the computer and that, and the simple solution was to simply put the two on the same frame so that the internet cable didn't get bent around all over the place. So the first effort of that was I put it all into a 19-inch rack case and just had the keyboard itself in the original Tandy case. That wasn't the best, so I then bought a Model 4 case, brand new from Tandy. It's never had a Model 4 in it, so if anyone's worried about me trashing a Model 4 to make this thing, no, it never had a computer in it. I bought it brand new as a spare part and promptly mounted it all in there. So with a few extra additions, I've added some extra function keys here along with a reset button and F1 to F4, which is wired into a few spots left over in the matrix. It's not the original cassette recorder I had with it. That was originally a Tandy one. That died. The mechanics of the actual key lockdown wouldn't work anymore. You couldn't keep the play button down, so it was mechanically stuffed. So I got rid of it. This one I picked up from a flea market, although I haven't actually ever used it in anger. I assume I can make it work. I've never actually tried. It's just simply there to complete the setup. Box of discs, of course. This unit here, well, you may recognise it as an Acer dial-up modem, but I bought it just for the translucent plastic case. It's now got a I think it's called a Wi-Fi 64. There's a Wi-Fi modem. So if you talk to it with a computer, it acts like a Hayes modem. But instead of telephone numbers, you're typing IP addresses, and it will telnet into a remote computer system, so I can transfer things over the internet or get onto a internet BBS and play games or whatever. Uh, 3.5-inch disc here. I've got a 5 1/4 external case. There's two Mitsubishi 80-track drives in here with a connector on the back, so I can hook an external drive on the back of it. These machines supported either 4 single-sided drives, or you could have 3 double-sided drives. I went for the double-sided 80 trackers because short of putting a double density adapter in there, which I never did, that was the easy solution to that one, was to use the maximum number of tracks without having an adapter. I even, I don't know if you can see here, I even modified the badge a bit, so it says it's a Model 1 rather than a Model 4. So it took a little bit of gouging from the back of the label and a little bit of black goop, and then stuck it back onto the case. So it's now a genuine Model 1 badge. So that's the box. Resets nice and easy to get it going, and inside the case I placed a large aluminium sheet at the back. It takes up the full back of the case of the computer, of the Model 4 case. On that is mounted the Model 1 board. In this picture here, it's hidden behind that metal hole, that metal sheet you see at the back there. The hole in there, you see, is actually to clear the back of the neck of the picture tube. It's that tight. You've got to be incredibly careful in putting the lid on there. I have to slide the case on with it, with the back of the case pretty well rubbing down the back of the circuit board. If I have it any further back, I risk necking a picture tube. Not good, but I ran out the limits of the room. In the bottom of the case is the LNW expansion board. At the back of it there, you'll see a small bit of Vero board that has a baud rate selector, so that the serial port speed can be changed via software a la Model 3 mode. rather than having to change links inside the computer, which you can imagine if you've got to pull the lid off like this, nah, forget that for a joke. I'd rather do it in software. So you just let the software think it's a Model 3, and the speeds change appropriately. Works quite well. It's also got the speaker in there, which hooked up to the cassette port, and we can play games. Of course, with using a phone. Oh, no, she made it over the hill. I didn't think I would. Yeah, not going to get very far there. So there's my Model 1. It could do with a linear power supply. It's still got the original linear power supply in there. I should put a switch mode in there. There's a little, you don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of slot jitter on the video there. So there's a little bit of mains hum getting in there. So I should fix it up one of these days. Yep, that's it.